Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another installment of those Quickview series. Not just Quickview. I need to bring up a window. I told myself to bring up the window, and then I clicked start. What we're doing, I don't know if it's important. What we're doing is we're working a little bit. Okay. SORRCA is a ruling body that doesn't apply to 98.7% of us, okay? They present arbitrary sets of rules in order to foster competition, whatever. Their new 2025 rules, which is when this is being recorded, has basically gotten rid of ban list tires. Well, up until now, we've been testing ban list tires, doing a little bit of ban list bingo, trying to complete them. On the SORRCA rules, and this is of less than a year ago, about 9 months ago, in the rules revision of 9 months ago, the ban list tires, it literally on the thing, SORRCA Living Rules, June 1st, 2024, ban list. All pin tires and tires intended for WRCCA or similar competition. So that is going to rule out Proline IMEX, anything with a pin, even indoor comp pins, anything with a pin. Loci claws, boss claws, and rock carvers. We have managed to locate rock claws. We've tested those. Hot body rovers and Sedonas. We have tested both pink dot and white dot rover, as well as Sedonas. The Sedona is the highest scoring tire on the test protocol, and I believe it is the one tire where if you were going to ban one, you'd probably ban that one. HPI rock grabbers. We have tested those, as well as fake rock grabbers. The Panther, Cougar, and Leopard. The Cougar is my favorite tire of just absolute ridiculousness. A genuine memory foam inside, an amount of grip that it makes you go, what? The perfect hieroglyphic tread pattern. I've been unable to locate Leopards. I saw a set on eBay. It fell in between paydays, YouTube paydays. I could not afford to buy them. Proline chisels. We've tested those. Proline IMEX. Aforementioned. We've tested those. RC four-wheel drive X-Locks, Crazy Crawlers, and Bully Pins. The only one we've tested of those three is the Bully Pins. The J-Concepts Rupture, which is, of that whole list, only the Rupture, the IMEX, and the Rover are still in production. And they're all very good. The Rupture comes in an array of sizes and is pretty much just great across the board. There used to be, now they're in red, they had quick banned the J-Concepts Megalithic, right here. And I believe the reason, this is a class 1 version, I believe the reason they banned it is because they have this thing about voided lugs. If you don't know what a voided lug is, see how there's the little cutout in it? Apparently that's illegal. I have no idea why, but it is. And also on the list, the Extreme Route Lamprey. And I think this one was just because it's not scale. I think that was what the rule. But they unbanned the lamprey at that time in the 2024 revision. And then now in 2025, they unbanned all of them, I guess, supposedly. So there is one that I have managed to gloss over, which is the one we'll be doing today, which I have to think was banned because the tread pattern is not scale. And if that's your basis to ban something, then yes, these are absolutely not scale. The IMEX Skull and Bones, 2.2 Skull and Bones. This is like a monster truck tire, right? These smell. Have you ever been to a tire center? These smell like the tire center. Like, these just smell like rubber. They don't smell like they have any sort of, like, Proline Predators come out of the package. Extreme Routes come out of the package. They stink. There are the VOCs in there, volatile organic compounds. There's all sorts of stuff that makes that rubber sticky. This is butyl. This is rubber. It smells like car tires. They are somewhat belted. No ribbing on the sidewall. They are thick. Just wait till I have a rim in one. They got the Tigger in them. They bounce. Also, you notice the profile. It's a little like just really, really wide. A wide tire today would be, Canyon Trails are kind of chunky. Like we're talking 50% wider. I mean, let's go unwide. Let's go Brave and Blood Axe. Oh, two of them are just a hair wider. You don't see them like this anymore. How about these Rovers that way? The point of that is the foam for this is ridiculous. It's this wide. The foam is about that tall, and it is as hard as travertine marble. One of the hardest foams I've found. So I found in the bins some 2.2s of the softest, almost wide enough. These are incredibly soft. The fact that they're dual stage is insignificant. We are basically stuffing them into these, and the carcass is well and truly genuinely thick. I want to say 3 millimeters all the way across. And again, it feels like there's nothing fancy in the rubber at all. I didn't even know. These were sent in. I didn't even know IMEX still existed. I haven't seen anything IMEX. There's a reason for the width. RPM used to make a nylon wheel called the Revolver. They probably still do. And the Revolver is a glue-on 2.2 where the barrel is like that wide, like a 50 millimeter barrel. And they're for monster trucks. Stampedes. Well, at that time, Stampedes. I guess some of the Tamiya stuff, you can, like, it's a little small for like a clodbuster, right? But yeah, that's what they were for. Now, 2.2 was kind of appropriated by rock crawlers, which allows us to run tires that are not, did I line it up? I think I lined it up. That are not explicitly rock crawling tires. I've gotten pushback in a couple comments in the past. Why are you testing a non-rock crawling tire on a rock crawler? Hey, guess what? Guess what happens if you take any tire and put it on a rock crawler? It's a rock crawling tire now. It is not what the thing is. It is what the thing do. Also, these are on the SORRCA Ban list. And I have tested the megalithic. I have tested the lamprey. And aside from the boss claw and the rock carver, which I've never seen, the leopard, which I'm still constantly on the hunt for, although Panther, as a manufacturer, Panther is no more. From what I understand, from what I've been told by fellow denizens of the internet, I've been told that Panther is no more. Crazy Crawlers and X-Locks, those I've not seen. On that list also are deluxe goats. I have a set of deluxe goats in a bin, but it is my understanding that they are old deluxe goats of a compound that is not particularly grippy. So I want to give the deluxe goats a fair shake. I just really haven't felt the motivation to buy a set of deluxe goats, as I don't really have anything here to mount them on. Like ordinarily, when I'm buying a tire, I have a thought of a purpose for that tire. We've bought a couple just purely for testing purposes. So you get like, look how far you got to turn it before you can see the rim. So it's really buried in there. Standard 2.2 beadlock, 35 millimeter barrel. They're about 40 millimeters wide, and we're looking at a tire that is just under 60, so 58, actually narrower than a HPI Hot Bodies Rover. Rovers are 60 plus, 62, 64, depending on what insert you put in them. I call them beach balls because they look almost rounded off. The unique thing here in a 2.2 is the height. Like 121, 121. 121 is exactly 4 3/4. This is a class 2. This is a class 2. It's an incredibly wide class 2, but there's no markings where they state what size they are. You would have to really shove a big bloaty foam in there. You saw how big that foam was before it went in there. To get this thing to go above 475. It actually, 121 is right under the line. 121 is dead on the top limit of Class 2. Guess what that means? Yeah, if you're guessing, then maybe you know. Gotta pop his fender back in. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? Baseline. The in-house tire tester tests Class 2. He tests any tire between Class 1 and Class 3, meaning 4.2 to 4.75. These tires are 4.75. We're going to get some angry Lexan noises out of this. I'm almost sure. I mean, ordinarily your tire doesn't come out quite. I mean, look at the stance. Yeah, buddy. Oh, tell me it doesn't look like a stomper now. You just want to let this thing loose on the sofa inside the house. IMEX Skull and Bones. Ridiculous. Do they Starsky? No. You never know, right? The foam is basically as soft as we can go. I've got no idea what to expect or anticipate because this is a PSI situation that I don't know if we've had before. This is certainly the widest tire this guy has ever tested. It's also the first tire we've ever tested that has skulls and bones and flames. And flames. Don't forget the flames. There's flames on there too. It's ridiculous. But it's on the list. And it technically gets us that one step. Deluxe Goats will get us at least one from every column on the May It Rest in Peace band list. I have feelings about the notion of banning tires and then just retconning and unbanning them years later. Maybe we'll get into that when we're out on the rocks. This means Class 2 tire test protocol. I have no idea. I mean, first things first. What? Second things second. Why? It's such a crazy size. Like, when I think monster truck tires, I think they're like 2.8 size, you know, the big dishes. I don't know what. They're so squared on the shoulder. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Okay. Oh, the Lexan noises. In Jora XHX pins, the pins say XHX. They're shaped, like if you look at them real close, they're letters XHX. I'm trying to think, what is another lug I can think of where the lug is something? It's not just like a shape. It's not like a hieroglyphic. Like there's no lugs that look like eyeballs or shaped like fish or dog paws or something. Skulls with flames is a choice. There is nothing in the way of compound here. These might be one of the loudest tires we ever get to test. Because it's a skull and crossbones. Oh, these are going to self-right really well. They stick out of the fenders 3/4 of an inch. Our overall track width has got to be insane. We cannot get to the top. I can't get to the top. We're so wide. Okay, hold on. Oh, 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 oh. Give it a little. Give it a little. Come on, come on, come on. I mean, it has to be because of what they look like. They're not scale, you know? Now, just imagine, if you will, that these were a little bit taller and we had to test them class 3, which is a much stiffer protocol. There's no compound. When they banned this one, what was the thought process? It has to be the Skull and Bones, like the physical Skull and Bones. There can't be anything else. These are glassine. I want to just say, I wanted to say 7.5. Guys, this is gonna mess up my math. I'm gonna give it a 7 for that. We're gonna see potentially one of the worst 2.2s we've ever seen. And this is a banned tire. So like, not a crawler tire, right? Oh, oh. They behave almost as if the lugs are giant skull and crossbones and have no thought given to how that lug will interact with the surface on which it is being driven. Beyond that, I have to reiterate and reiterate. There is no compound at work here. None. It is, what is it? It's a torus, it's a hollow torus, whatever the geometric shape that a tire is. It's that. But it's nothing else. I can't conceive of a situation where this tire would provide more grip than quite literally anything else. Make your lugs in any shape, and I think they will probably grip more than these. I have these at minus 6.5 at station 2 out of 10. Now, if there's a thing that these could be good at, it's side hilling, because, I mean, look at the width. And they're short. Listen to that lug noise. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. My goodness. Now, it would really be really cool to drive these down like a beach and just leave a trail of skull prints on the ground. They have a little je ne sais quoi. There's something absurdist. Oh, they are all bad. They are all bad. Look at the just just sliding away. Don't hit the camera. What you need to do is don't confuse stability for capability. I'm looking at how well it can hold the surface. It's terrible. Now, what it has is stability, because he's nearly 40 millimeters wider than he usually is on these. So, oh, it's real bad. It's real bad. Look at the rear end just sliding away. Sliding. Yeah, we can make that transition, but that's stability. Capability? We'll just give it another 7. Minus 9.5. We are at 90.5, 1/3 of the way through. I cannot envision a situation where it pulls either side. Like, can we even get to the shuttle? Hey, look at you. This has to be the loudest tire I've ever heard. That was actually like reasonably manipulable through there. Ooh, we're not even getting hop. When you make a bump, your goal is not to slide back like 8 to 10 inches. Oh, and again, skulls. The behavior of the tire under medium high, what am I talking about? I'm flooring it. I am flooring. We're going full 100% throttle. You have no idea where it's going to go. Is it going to catch on a skull? Is it going to catch on a bone? Is it going to catch on a little edge flame and just send you shooting off in one direction? Just hit it on cruise here. That's no mechanical. Like, because we managed to shuttle, because it cut right here, and when we cut back, we didn't roll out. Couldn't do it again. It's gonna self-right really good. I'm gonna do another 6.5, which is like that's a near failure. What did I say? 9.5, 10, 13. We're minus 13. 87 through 4. Almost. I don't know. I inside me are two wolves, and one of them is inexplicably optimistic. He's like, this could work out. I mean, he's usually like, but like we interpret. This could work out. All right. You got to drive to the flops. I can't believe how bad this is. Every once in a while, there's just not even a glimmer. Is a glint smaller than a glimmer? We get a glint of hope. And then we're upside down again. Oh my God. If you have any mechanical, these cannot grab at all. Somebody's going to tell me to run them backwards. Somebody's going to be like, no, run the skulls the other way. These are ridiculous. This whole you know what? Oh, the crisis existential is exploding. What are we actually doing? To call these tires a catastrophe would be an insult to the power and legacy of catastrophes. I mean, there's absolutely no chance. There's absolutely no chance. By the way, I gave it a 6.5 back there. Did you just? Okay. We were at 87, so that gives us 83.5. 83.5. That just pulled the side at Daphne's. No chance on the soft side. Center cut. We're not going to have enough ground clearance to get over the middle. It's not repeatable. I don't know how we got up that side. The front end is just getting rejected out of every line. Right there, then cut, there, then cut. That's repeatable. That's repeatable. Dang it. Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 minus another 2.5. 81. Does that sound right? 81? 81. The bump. It's awful. It's awful. It's one of the worst bumps I've ever seen. Geez. That tire is borderline unbumpable. Unbumpable. You never know where you're going to end up, and there are often you land farther back than where you started. Part of me wants to give it a 5. I'm going to hold back because I think it's going to self-right really well. Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't it? The shoulders are so hard. This has got steely shoulders. We'll try the down. It even whips well. Yeah, this would be like legitimately. Like how tight do we go? I don't want to mess up my math. Okay, we're at 81. I'm gonna give it a 5 for bump. It's unbumpable. That's a 76. But we're only gonna take off half a point. Half a point. Obviously, I mean, these will self-right all day. And you're gonna need it because you're gonna flip over so much. So 75.5 with 2 stations. We still have we've got a real opportunity to get below 70, which is hard to do. If this tire made little skull imprints on the ground when you drove it, I would give it bonus points, but it does not. This is about as technical as you can get. Like, did you see the glint? I saw it. There's so little drive to this tire. Like, that's it. A transition executed under full throttle is not a thing. Like, that doesn't count. I gotta give it a 7.5. I gotta give it a 7.5. Because yeah, I mean it's usable. When we're moving dirt to rock, like we're okay. We don't have enough to, like, it's not failing. It's about the same performance you would get out of some other tire that's not suitable for rock crawling at all. Yeah, 7.5. So that's another 2.5 deduction off the 75.5, which nicely evens us up at a 73. So we're all hoping for it. We're all hoping for it. We're all hoping for a 5 on wet, which will give us a 68, which is way down at the bottom. But it's still not the worst, so we're all hoping for a 6 on wet, meaning this tire needs to just barely make it up any wet face, so I can give it a 6 and give this thing a 6. Give the Skull and Bones a 69. Because then at least we can giggle in an immature, juvenile way. If the Skull and Bones turns out to somehow be inexplicably good on wet, say I got a 9.5 on wet, we would still be, I'm pretty sure, in the bottom 10. Again, here's the thing. Say that you are willing to operate from the position that this is not a rock crawling tire. And that's absolutely fine. That position would be defensible. But we've taken Amazon drag slicks. They will go up rocks. We've glued foams to plastic wheels and they will go up rocks. We've tried short course tires, 8th scale buggy tires. There is a fairly extensive list of tires that are determinedly not rock crawling tires that will still do it better than these. Listen to that sound. It's amazing. Sounds like 1,000 angry seagulls. We have almost no vehicular movement. It's truly impressive. It really is. That's all I needed. That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all I needed. We got up there. I had to use 100% throttle to do it. I'm still giving it a 6. -4 from 73. 69. 69.0 for the Skull and Bones. And you know why? You know why? Because the human brain has this thing. We don't remember averages. We don't remember it. Hey, do you remember that summer vacation you guys took where nothing happened and there was nothing remotely memorable? No, I don't. I know that it happened. Do you remember that time when you were in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and you drank orange juice far too close to the proximity of when you'd brushed your teeth when you left the motel and you threw up in the back of the car? Yeah, it's indelible. It's a core memory now. Do you remember the first time you saw the Grand Canyon and it quite literally took your breath away? Yes. We remember the ridiculous and we remember the sublime. I will now remember the Skull and Bones because it scored a 69. That was not intended to rhyme, but it felt like the time, so it did. 69 puts these in 84th place out of 91. Immediately between the 2.2 Boom Racing Hustler MTX and they couldn't quite do it. It is 1 point better. It shouldn't be. It should also be a 68. With the 2.2 inch Super, which is one where people said, that's not a rock crawling tire. Gentlemen, that is literally a BF Goodrich crawler with a K. It's just bigger. It is the literal photocopy of the tread pattern of a BF Goodrich crawler. This is the tread pattern of insanity. I think 69 is a generous score, but it is a memorable one. The IMEX Skull and Bones is banned for reasons that render ruling bodies superfluous. There's no need under this or the light of any other star to ban that tire from anything, anywhere, ever. But here we are. As of last year, it was on the ban list. This year, you could run these now, should you so desire. Somebody find a box of these in the back of the warehouse and start a Skull and Bones crawling division, where the only thing is you can bring any rig you want, but you have to run Skull and Bones. It would be high art. It would transcend comedy and become high art. The 2.2 IMEX Skull and Bones, which is on Ban List Bingo, is the, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th worst tire we've ever tested out of somewhere in the mid 150s of tires. That doesn't include tires that didn't go on the protocol list, like the aforementioned drag slicks, foams, mini pins for short course trucks. One of the worst tires that you can buy with your money. But we'll remember it because we are, those of the XY chromosome, at some point, juvenile. Inside us are the two wolves. One of them laughs at farts. And they will remember that these tires scored a 69. Ha, nice. Don't. If you're going to put it on a shelf, sure. And you can buy them for small amounts of money, go for it. Otherwise, good God, Lemon, what have we done? What hath been wrought? They're Skulls and Bones. You can see them right there. They are bad at quite literally everything. Wait, we got to be right here. I hope that the remainder of your day is not bad at anything. I hope you have a joyous one, everybody. We still had a good time. We'll all remember the score. I look forward to seeing you in the next installment of whatever nonsense we stumble into on that day. And in between now and that inevitable moment when we meet again, please, one and all, do your very best to have a good run, everybody. We will see you again here in the canyon. And it won't be on these tires, I'll tell you that.